In middle school, I had to be, I want to say about 6 feet. My first time playing basketball, they threw me in the post, and I was a big guy blocking shots and grabbing rebounds and throwing it up to the guard. And my godfather, a guy who taught me how to play, he pulled me to the side one day and was just like, well, I'm gonna move you to the 2 and the 3. And me playing center for 3 or 4 years, I was kind of nervous. I couldn't dribble, I couldn't shoot, but we kept working every single day on that, and it changed up, and I started to become more and more comfortable with that.
With the second pick in the 2007 NBA Draft, the Seattle Supersonics select Kevin Durant from the University of Texas.
Kevin Durant's favorite quote is, "Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard." What does that quote mean to you, Kevin?
It means no matter how good you are, if you don't work hard, nothing will happen for you. So I always use that quote. I instilled it in myself that no matter how good I am, I got to keep working.
He's better than LeBron James. You and I have argued this again and again. I thought last night was big stage, huge game validation of best player in the game. Because we saw last night what you talked about a little earlier in the show. That look in his eye, that killer will. Every time they got in big trouble last night, who said, "Give me the ball, I'll make this shot, watch this"? It was Kevin Durant. He made shots in the first half to just break the momentum, just to keep them hanging on. He made the shot at the end of the first half. A monster three. I don't know how he made it. When he launched it, I said, that's got no chance because he's got somebody, I don't know who it was, Steven Jackson, hanging all over him. Yeah. And he makes it. And it was a huge momentum boost into the locker room at halftime. And he got that look in his eye, third quarter, fourth quarter, where it was just give me the ball, and we're starting to see him mature with his post-up game. It's not post-up, it's more edge of the lane post-up, but it's just hard to stop because, as you say, he's 6'10" with what, like a 7'4" wingspan, and you just can't stop the jump shot. It's right there with any of the great jump shots we've ever seen. Just even the Larry Bird jump shot we shot him behind his head, it's unblockable and unstoppable if it's on. If he's on, he's unstoppable. He's rebounding. He had 14 boards last night. Yeah. Led their team easily. The rebounds. 34-14. He makes passes, key passes, big moment
pass to Kendrick.
Oh, just unbelievable.
Yeah. When Popovich was screaming at the team to foul, and they didn't hear him. Yeah.
Air Jordan, Magic, Larry Legend, King James, Mamba. These are all nicknames for great players. So everybody wants to give you a nickname. So let's settle this. You Slim Reaper, you don't like that?
I'll stick with KD, man.
But people feel like that's not a nickname.
That's simple enough for me. My name is Kevin, so KD is something different than what you'll call me. But I just stick with KD. If I don't have a nickname by now, then.
Did you ever like Durantula when people were calling you that?
It was a little, I don't know, I wouldn't say it was a bad nickname, but it just, I don't think it fit me.
All right, you in the MVP race. It's been Kevin, LeBron, all year long. How much would it mean to you if you win that award?
It would be cool, as a kid, that's what you dream about, is being one of the best in the NBA. But I'm not worried about it. I'm just going out there and playing my game every single night and live with the results at the end. Come to work, prepare right. If I do everything right, as far as, working hard, watching film, being focused on every opponent we play, being a great leader, then, I could live with whatever happens after that. So we'll see what happens, man. It's been a fun year. LeBron's playing tremendous basketball, along with a lot of other guys in this league. And Blake Griffin, James Harden, LaMarcus Aldridge, Paul George. There's a lot of great players in this league, and just to be in that in consideration for it is definitely a blessing.
LeBron has said he wants to be the greatest ever. He wants to be on the Mount Rushmore of basketball. What are your long-term goals in the game?
To be a winner. Simple enough.
You don't think about it as, I want to go down as the #1 guy?
If you win, then that stuff comes with it, I think. So just be a winner. If you just win, then everything else will come out.
My name is Wanda Pratt. My sons' names are Anthony and Kevin. When my sons were born, I felt my duty was to ensure that they become strong men. And I remember thinking, well, I need some activities for my boys, for them to be well-rounded and to be away from some of the ills that are associated with them growing up in areas that we came from. Kevin was 7 when he first started playing basketball with the Capitol Heights Boys and Girls Club. I thought that it would help them to stay more focused on the things that I wanted to instill in them. I was a single parent for quite a number of years. I sacrificed my personal life in order for my sons to play the sports that they loved. I worked night shift from 11 to 7, loading mail bags 70 pounds onto tractor trailers. Sometimes I use my retirement for them to travel and for them to go to school. I would always tell my boys, if you're not going to give everything you got, then it's not worth doing it. Always give everything that you have. Kevin works so hard, and he gives so much of himself, and he has to regenerate himself. His first year in the NBA, he said, "Mom, it's harder than I thought. It's not easy, and that's, you have to build your body up." And then I think that's when it really kind of just settled in, that he needs to control what he puts into his body in order for it to perform. This was during the draft, June 27, 2007. We were just walking downtown, and we saw Kevin on the big Teletron. And it was somewhat amazing to me. Everything that we had worked for, it was happening. It was really happening. The reward that I have from my sons right now is how they look at me and how much I see that they appreciated me and how much they care about me. And so I'm just proud to be their mom. To have one of my sons as a role model for so many kids, it's amazing to me because I know what his role models have done for him. I want Kevin to become the man that he would want to look up to.
Can't be real, yo.
What was it like to go to the scene of the tornado devastation?
It was something I'm always gonna remember. First off, to see so much damage from a tornado, I didn't think it can happen like that, and
it really affected you.
It did, because it was so close to home, and those people that I've met, that houses are gone. They were fans of the Thunder. They were guys that worked behind the scenes. Security guard, one of the security guards, his house was just totally destroyed. Guy that I see and I shake hands with every day before I go into the locker room for a game. So it was a very, very unfortunate situation. But like I've been saying, we're going to come together as a city and we're going to get past it, and I got faith that we will.
The league has never seen anybody like you. You're special because you can shoot it from the outside with the three-point line, then you could take it off the dribble and beat your man there. And then we saw some incredible up and under against Denver, and you was gliding in the air too, almost looked like a little Dr. J on me for a minute. Who do you pattern your game after? Who do you think? Some people say it's George Gervin. Who do you think you play like?
Well, I mean, George Gervin is a little bit before my time, but as a student in the game, I watched film on him and see him score 65 points. It looks so easy.
And so do you when you out there.
Well,
it looks easy.
I don't score as easy as he did. I'm trying. I'm working every single day. But, you know, also I watched Larry Bird, one of your guys. Larry Bird, you know, he's just so fierce and intense. He wasn't the most athletic guy in the league, but he made it work, you know, using his body, getting to the free throw line, making his teammates better, rebounding. So he did it all, and that's a guy that I really try to emulate. I know it's tough to do, but I just try my hardest to, you know, take bits and pieces out of his game and try to put it in mine.
Kevin, was that popular in the neighborhood, though? You idolize him and you want to play like Larry Bird. What did your friends say when you say, hey, man, I want to be like Larry Bird or play like Larry Bird?
Well, everybody, of course, wanted to be like Mike. Everybody wanted to be like Mike, and of course people wanted to be like you, but it's tough to be a 6'9" point guard, you know what I mean? So Larry Bird, you know, just my type of player.
Here's Westbrook. Oh, great pass to Durant. What a look by Westbrook.
Let's talk about you and Russell. Two of the most dynamic twosomes we have in the game. I mean, when you think about duos, it's Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, it's Dwayne Wade and LeBron James, and then Russell and of course yourself. So where do you rate you two versus those guys?
Well, those guys having phenomenal seasons. You know, you can't take anything away from them. I like the way me and Russell have built this thing. Chris and Blake, they came together from the trade. Same with LeBron and D-Wade. Me and Russell were drafted back-to-back years, and we really came from the bottom. You know, we losing 15, 16 games in a row. You know, having a tough start to a season, you're 3-30, and people were calling us the worst team ever. And then the next year, you know, making it to the playoffs and just getting farther and farther each year. We really started from the bottom.
Guys, offensively, great job moving the ball.
If I said Coach Scott Brooks, talk to me about Coach.
Well, I love Coach, man. He's just player's coach. You know, as a player, you love, you know, have that good relationship with your coach. He's a guy that I consider family. We argue sometimes, just like playing coaches do, that, you know, really love the game. He gets in my face and demands a lot out of me, and that's what I want. You know, I don't want a coach that's going to pacify me and tell me, you know, how good I am. I don't have to play defense because, you know, Kevin Durant. I wouldn't be the player I am. We wouldn't be the team we are without him, and you know, it's a joy to play for him.
Who has the most beautiful style of basketball in your opinion?
The most, you know, George Gervin's retired.
Right.
And I think the closest thing to George Gervin is Kevin Durant.
Okay.
You know, I mean, he's an attraction. You know, he's really hungry because of, you know, LeBron's status as the best, and you know, multiple guys who are in the argument. But Kevin's in the argument.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something about his style, his fluidity, his fact that he's so long and tall, and you know, he looks for the daylight and he creates his own, as well as getting set up by his teammates, and he's a prolific scorer. That probably he would be the guy who I would look at, as being a little different.
Okay, he is really useful. He's going to shoot a lot of percentages. He's going to do some free throws. He's just trying to make it tough for him. That's all he can do. I mean, individually, it can't be stopped by any one-on-one play. There's nobody that can go one-on-one. It's going to be a team thing. I'm going to be matched up against him, but you know, I have to have ears and eyes behind me to help me and know where my help is coming from.
Kevin, this is your quote. I've been second my whole life. I was the second best player in high school, second pick in the draft, second in the MVP voting 3 times. I came in second in the finals. I'm tired of being second. I'm not going to settle for that. I'm done with it. Stand by that?
Definitely. I mean, people just always say that it's cool, you're top 3, that's cool. It's all right to be a top 3 player in the world. It's billions of people in this world, and you to be the top 3, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm just tired of settling for that, tired of saying that, tired of hearing it.
The 2013-14 Kia
NBA MVP Kevin Durant.
Wow. Thank you guys so much. I'm usually good at talking, but I'm a little nervous today. My dream was to become a rec league coach. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to stay home and help the kids out and be a coach. I love basketball so much. I love playing it. I just never thought that I could make it to college, NBA, or stand up here today in front of you guys and be an NBA MVP. Thank you to Oklahoma for calling me Mr. Unreliable. Thank you. And last, my mom. We wasn't supposed to be here. You made us believe. You kept us off the street, put clothes on our backs, food on the table. When you didn't eat, you made sure we ate. You went to sleep hungry. You sacrificed for us. You the real MVP.